Here we are. It's like you sit there in this lull for couple minutes. Welcome everybody, man. Y'all had a good week this week?
We had a good week. I did two good weeks.
You did.
I did.
We missed you last week.
Yes. I heard you got a replacement.
Well, we did.
Look on her face.
And
she faces to both of you.
Did good. It's very few people will be able. Jason and I are very replaceable. Very few people will be able to replace you, and Jill's one of them. And in 2 years, 2 or 3 years, Beth could be one, but she refuses to come on until she retires. So,
I cannot wait. I cannot wait until October 1, maybe a little bit before that, to where I can absolutely fucking unleash.
Imagine if you retire and I have my baby on the same day.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
That would be a hot mess for everybody.
Yeah.
That'll be
I want to start with a story, though. I have a funny story. On my way home today, I was stuck behind a Chevy Volt, okay? And he or she, of course, was going far below the speed limit. And I looked closely above their license plate. And what bumper sticker do you think I saw?
LBGTQ plus 7,000.
The Canadian alphabet soup?
Nope, I wish. No, it was Bernie 2016.
Oh my God.
Now, what made this funnier is that about 20 seconds later after I make that connection, this son of a bitch throws a fucking fry container out of his car. And I was like, if that does not track, I don't know what does.
No, they're so fucking fake and they're so phony. And that's why we're going to tee off on Swalwell heavy. I think the last half of the show will be pretty much about him, because I pulled up some fucking videos. And look, I pulled up 4 or 5. I could have pulled up 50.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Just the dumb
He's the
thing.
gift that keeps on giving right now.
Oh, he is. It's the dumb things. And like I told y'all off camera, I don't typically celebrate people's downfall because, look, I've made mistakes in life. And people make mistakes. This is way bigger than a mistake. This was predatory behavior, and there's nobody that has been, his big campaign slogan or his big campaign stance was taking ICE officers' driver's license away if they wear masks. Dumb stuff like arresting, hardworking policemen. So you know what, Swallow, we'll go fuck yourself. But
what's funny is when I was just trying to type Swalwell, I typed Swallow as well. Just because that's how we refer to him all the time.
That's what we refer to him as. So who we getting? We're gonna wear some people out tonight. If you're just joining us, welcome. We got a lot. And let me tell you, nobody is safe tonight. So probably best thing to do, let's start with the Pope. Since
might as well. I'm good. I went through my marathon Easter, so I'm good with the Lord for right now.
Well, I told y'all, we started going, Beth and I started going to Bible study on Wednesdays, and that's why we can't do the show right now on Wednesdays. And we're really enjoying it. And my purpose is to, I'm 55 years old. I'm on borrowed time with the life that I've lived. I'm trying to get to heaven, but I'm going to take some steps back tonight because I've had enough of the Pope. I'm not going to, I'm going to at least respect and not call him names and not cuss when I talk about it. But I've had enough of this Pope. So, y'all can go first if y'all would like. I know you got some things to say on that, Candace.
Well, first, it's wonderful being an Orthodox Christian because we don't give a fuck about the Pope. I mean, we're like, all right, that guy, cool, awesome. Secondly, it's like anything else, another far removed person that has no concept of everyday life, right? He's literally just a religious celebrity. That's it. So he's so far beyond what actual life really is, what the actual struggles of life really are. And I just don't get the whole deviation to leftism when it comes to things like religion, because it's like I had said in a video I did, I think leftism in general is like 85% not in the Bible. Like they're not, nothing you can do, nothing that is them applies to scripture. And so I don't get how, he comes out and he says these things. I'm at least happy he walked back some of the LGBT nonsense in the beginning, but I don't know where this whole like, oh, we should love Iran and we should love this one. Like, I get it, right? Love your enemy, but the enemy's doing shit wrong. Like, why are we not identifying that part?
What he say? God does not forgive people that wage war was one of his quotes.
Right, I guess, but like, I don't know. That's been the whole fucking biblical history. I mean, I'm not a scholar here, but like, I don't know. That doesn't really track very well. And again, like, it seems like he's just blaming America for that. Where it's like, do you not see the other side, the other issues? Do we not believe in standing up for other people who are being persecuted? And do we just? That's again whole basis of Jesus, right? He was essentially crucified for standing up, for preaching, for getting followers.
You're supposed to forgive.
Yeah, and all of a sudden it's, oh, you're supposed to just, no, you can't wage war. You just let them figure it out. I don't get it. I don't understand.
So here's my message, for the Pope. It is obvious, Pope, that this is personal with you, and you don't like Donald Trump. That's what it is. That's all it is, that you don't like Donald Trump. Because if you really cared about humanity and people around the world,
he should just join the club, like all the other fucking people that hate Donald Trump.
If you really cared, because I did a little research, because I do my homework and don't just spout off. I couldn't find the Pope saying anything about the 100,000 Christians that were killed by Nigerian Muslims. I did not hear one word out of the Pope speaking against that. We haven't heard one thing out of the Pope about Iran committing genocide and killing 40,000 of their own people. He hasn't said anything about that. And as far as his statement is God doesn't forgive those who wage war, well, I don't know how he knows that, but I'm gonna take a guess that God doesn't forgive those who turn a blind eye at people who allow other people and turn a blind eye to pedophilia. So here's my message for the Pope, and this is where I'm probably going to take him. I'm trying to get to heaven, and this is where I'm going to probably take a couple steps back. Pope Leo,
God doesn't care about the Pope.
Yeah, but Pope Leo, we don't care what you think. As long as you have priests running around smelling like little boys' booty holes, we don't care what you think. We don't care why don't you worry about priests sticking their fingers in little boys' butts? When you worry about that, and when the Catholic Church and the Pope, you take that serious, and I know I probably crossed the line on that. When you take that serious, maybe we will take what you think about world politics serious. That's my message to the Pope.
Just so y'all know,
hold your own people accountable. Hold your own people accountable, and then you can start attempting to try to hold other world leaders accountable. But you and your little bubble, no pun intended, the papal bubble. Let the fucking world work the way it works and police your own shit. And then let's figure it out. And I'm not a religious guy by any means. So,
no.
Well, but you're not. You are a Christian. You're not anti-religion. Yes. You're not. I'm a religious.
I'm not versed. I'm not versed in all of the things.
I'm not like Candace when it comes to that. No, I'm not.
But honestly, truthfully, I'm not either. I know what I know. But one of the big, and just to like kind of go off on that tirade a bit, one of the big differences and why I don't really give two shits about the Pope, and I don't think he has any like religious standing in any of our lives. Truly, I think it's a made up thing. Is first of all, our priests can marry, they can have as many kids as they want, and that's why there's no scandals or nothing in Orthodoxy. It's the original religion, whereas all of this other shit like Catholicism and all these other branches are this like I don't know, these like made up things where they just pivoted so far from what actual religion used to be. So like I think the Pope's this made up guy. Like, who gives him the authority to say, like, anything.
He doesn't
Ooh.
really, even with Catholics, he doesn't carry that position. Doesn't carry the clout and the influence.
Like, what does he do?
Yeah.
What does he do? What is the job of a pope?
He's no different. He's no different than a police chief or a fire chief.
Exactly. Exactly.
Or a mayor, or throw a mayor in there.
It's but look. So I buy a few lottery tickets every week. If something happens and I would hit the lottery, this is what us three are going to do. We're going to take a trip to Rome. We're going to take this show to Rome.
Yay.
And we're going to try, because he believes in open borders, right? Well, we're going to see how hard it would be for us to get into the Vatican.
To Vatican? Oh, please. Oh,
they have walls in the Vatican. He doesn't believe in a border wall, but the Vatican has walls.
That's why, again, I think this is all bullshit. And how funny is it that you have extreme leftists who, again, are atheists by nature? Okay, they're too busy worshiping themselves, and they're going, "Oh my God, he's insulting the Pope." You don't fucking care about the Pope. Like, are you kidding me? These people have gone so far off the rails that it's been really, really comical with this whole the Pope and then the Trump Jesus picture. It's like, come on now. I love to see people.
I'm going to be honest. I wish Trump wouldn't have done the Jesus picture, because it's like,
come on, who gives a rat's ass?
I don't think it. Look, that's just him. I'm not mad at him for it. It's just like, why? Just why?
I wish he would stay off of social media. That I wish 150%. Because, but he does it for these reactions, right? Like, only fucking Trump can take a bunch of atheist lunatics like that don't believe in religion and Jesus, the church and state, and make them defend Jesus. Like, that is hilarious. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. To see these people just want to defend the Pope and defend Jesus, and that's blasphemy. I've never seen so many leftists use the term blasphemy in my entire life. It's an Easter fucking miracle. Like, I've never seen it before.
We talked about it yesterday and a couple podcasts. If you rewind back like 3 or 4, our buddy Cincy always busts our balls on one more about being Trumpsters, and we're all about Trump. And we've said the exact same thing. God, I wish he would not have said that, because he is the one president who I honestly feel makes his own fucking tweets and his own truth, socials. I don't think he runs that by anybody. I think he's
because
at the end of the day, he's like,
with
"Oh, I got something funny here."
Well, why would he run it by anybody? Because if they told him not to, he's doing it anyway. So why would he run it?
But if you're right,
y'all's opinion.
Go ahead.
And if y'all said, "Hey, James, it's probably a bad idea," I would probably listen. Donald Trump's not listening to anybody.
But you rewind back. All right, so Biden didn't even know how to work an Android or an iPhone. Barack is too polished. I'm using that in loose terms, but professional to he'll run everything by somebody. George W. at the time, it wasn't even a thing. So it's like Trump's like, fuck it. Right before I clock out at fucking 3 a.m., I'm gonna go lay down for a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and send this.
He's just like us.
Funny.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, and people are very one-dimensional. We say this all the time. He obviously had, from what I understand, there was some shit going on with the Pope and the Vatican, and Trump didn't agree with what was going on there. And that post was apparently a fuck you to him. And so there's always a backstory. There's always a reason. It's not just a whole, Trump thinks he's Jesus now, but the hysteria that liberals get into over these. I actually want him to keep doing it because it's fucking hilarious. Like, they told,
I find it amusing as shit.
Oh my God. Again, to see all of these people yell in the streets about blasphemy and how could he depict himself as Jesus? Yet, again, you guys are making a stance that you can, kill unborn babies whenever you want to. It is hilarious to me. It's really, I'm just like,
the hypocrisy is fucking disgusting.
And they don't see it.
Yeah.
It's wild.
The hypocrisy. And look, anybody, including the Pope, should know by now. If you swipe at Donald Trump, he's swiping back.
Absolutely.
If you steal Donald Trump's newspaper, he's killing your cat. I mean, he is going to 100
putting the
up.
horse head in your bed.
Yeah. He's going to 100 up you. Whatever you do, he's coming back with 100 times that. And everybody knows it. So it's swing at your own, you know, you're on your own on that.
Yeah.
If you swipe at him, he's coming at. He doesn't care who it is. He doesn't care what y'all's previous relation was. Riley Gaines, she didn't take a shot at him. She just said, "Hey, I disagree with him." He went at her. You know, he's coming at you.
Why I
because
love
again, everybody's too stupid. Like, stop being so, again, like, because I think, and this is a conservative wide problem. When he does something like that, everybody's got to go, "Oh no, we're actually good people. Oh no, we don't agree with that. Oh no.
No, you fucking
And it's
nailed
like,
it.
stop
That's
it. It
exactly
doesn't
what happened.
matter. And
Yeah.
it doesn't
Who are we trying to
matter.
prove it to? Who are we trying to prove that we're really okay, good people to fucking liberals?
They don't listen now. No matter what, they think you're a piece of shit.
No, you're 100% right.
So you stand there and you go, "That's fucking funny.
Yeah.
Do it again."
Yeah.
What I love about him most is the fact, and I said this yesterday, he's not a politician. He's not a lifetime politician, right? But he doesn't give a fuck either.
What are they going to do?
Even in his first term.
What are they going to do? Put him in jail? Try to kill him? Sue him?
Right.
They've already done all that.
I mean, before like, and I'm assuming before, like, he knew he was going to run for a second term, he didn't give a fuck in his first term. He's like, "Hey, this is what's fucked up. This is what I'm going to try to fix. I have 4 years to try to do it."
That's right.
And
somebody like the Pope, it again, like, stay in your fucking lane. It smells like piss in Italy, like, from what I hear. Figure that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think, like, the piety is so high. Again, like, focus on what's going on in your biblical reality. But I don't think, chastising anybody is where you belong. And I think he's gotten himself into this quite often. They all do. All the popes, they come out and they say dumb shit in regards to America. And it's like, just do what you're doing. And I don't think that has to do with he should be staying out of politics. Do your Vatican politics, whatever you have to do there, John, Paul, Peter, Parker, I don't know, whoever you got to nominate and do all the things for you. But when it comes to these worldly things, when it comes to conflict, when it comes to things that are happening in other nations, I don't think the Pope should be sounding off with his politics, because that's all that was. And
there are vehicles around Rome and the Vatican, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So we're dealing with a big fucking oil crisis.
Mm-hmm.
And the Pope wants to chime in and just saying, "Hey, I don't think you should be doing this," and whatever. With what Iran is fucking doing, you're fucking the whole world up. Not necessarily us, because we don't get most of our fucking.
No, it's a big deal. That's a big deal with what they're doing.
But it's a big deal over there, not necessarily for us. And now it's lucrative for us, because now all these ships are now making their way. What they say, 90, like between 90 and 100 ships on their way to Galveston to fucking grab oil. So fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
So
stay in your lane.
Rely on us, and the whole fucking world relies on us. And I don't like that, though. Like, that's my big sticking point.
Yeah, the world does rely on us, Jason. But let me put something in perspective with some stats here. The Pope's worried about us. Do you realize there are 1.4 billion Catholics in the world, and only 125 million of those are in the United States of America?
Yeah.
Go somewhere else is my point.
That's what I mean. Start do what you should be doing.
You've got countries like in Nigeria that have Catholics that need you. They need your support. We don't need you. We don't need your mount. You know what we need you to do? Is to start stopping priests from molesting little boys. That's what we need from you. And you have failed. You as a Catholic Church have failed. You had one job, Pope, and you couldn't do that. So I don't want to hear anything else from you.
Fuck the Pope.
I'm done with bowing down and kissing the ring just because you got a title, and you're a fucking American, by the way.
Exactly.
Yeah, the first, but we finally get a Pope from America, and he hates America.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, go fuck off somewhere. I don't give a fuck where you go. I don't care.
Speaking of people that could go fuck off, Candace, you get to narrate this
Oh
one.
man.
The video is short, but I know you've done some stuff on us. We'll let you give the details on this goofy bitch.
Are we playing your video first?
This is abhorrent. This is callous. When the budget was released, I was shocked to find out that Prime Minister Carney is cutting $7 billion between Indigenous Services Canada and Crown Indigenous Relations. They provided $0 to deal with the ongoing genocide of MMIW G2SL LGBTQIA+. This is abhorrent. This is callous. When the budget was released, I was shocked to find
when you texted that in our group, I hadn't seen this fucking video yet. Now, that's why I was like, question mark, like, what the fuck is that? And then
this was the funniest thing I've ever seen. It was the funniest thing.
Give us the background. What the fuck is she even talking about?
Okay, so I don't even know. I don't even know where she is. She's some Canadian lawmaker, and she's pretty much coming out and saying that the Canadian government has allocated $0 for these fucking made up horseshit funds that she's trying to generate money for. And damn, she just hijacked the whole acronym and she added like the entire Oregon Trail. And
she mixed murdered indigenous people with gay people. What is
like,
what?
And
this was
apparently
a whole alphabet soup. There wasn't a letter. This is a whole alphabet soup.
A whole thing. And what it means, and my favorite, and I've said this in a bunch of videos, is that when you read the paragraphs, right? Because everybody got on there and they were like, oh no, it means blah, 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 blah. You read these paragraphs, right? And it's like these people who know what this dumb made up shit means, they're like calling you idiots. Like, oh, you don't know what this means, you idiot. And it's like, this is made up. Like, this is made up shit. And this is kind of part of the problem government-wide, like not even just in Canada, but in our own country, where people just make shit up and then we get guilted into giving them money for it. I think this is ridiculous. And I can't even believe she was given airtime. And if you watch the video, and I've watched it a million times, and you zoom in on her face, it almost looks like there's like a smidge of a smirk that comes after the end of her reading that. And I don't know if it's like a whole, this is kind of ridiculous smirk, or was it like a I nailed it smirk? Like I just could not take any of it seriously. And this is kind of the problem.
She must have practiced that 1,000 times.
Oh my God.
Rolled off of her tongue.
Like just
I can't ever remember the 4 letters it's supposed to be. I can't ever get that right.
And I want to know, like, what is a two-spirited person? Like, this is the problem.
I just say
Tyler was in the chats. He's Canadian. I was hoping that he saw it.
Yeah, I'd love to know what Tyler thinks of that.
My biggest issue is this.
I have a hard enough time when my last name gets misspelled. I'm like, it's I before E except after C.
No, not this fucking time. Like, I don't know what happened here. But this is what bothers me about people, because this is the generation that we're in where everybody has to feel some form of validation. They need to be included. No matter how nuanced they are, we have to include them and celebrate them and validate them.
Why do they each have to have their own letter? Why can't it just go back to what it used to be, the gays? Why can't we just say that? Why do you
have to have your own fund? Okay, Miss Ma'am, about, murdered and missing Indigenous people. How about all of the murdered and missing people in like Detroit?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure there's an Indigenous person in there somewhere, but it's like, why do we have to like hyper segregate and stereotype everything? And isn't it funny because they accuse everybody of being racist, but it's like, guys, do you not understand that when you are creating these nuanced, ridiculous,
I'm gonna play the video,
like central categories, like you're doing
again.
that.
I'm gonna play the video again for Tyler. Tyler, I'm gonna go ahead and play the video again for you, since this lady represents your.
Oh my gosh, where's Cincy? I'm surprised he's not here today.
Well, I got a theory for that. We're gonna get back to that. He should be here in a second. I got a theory on that. So.
Out that Prime Minister Carney is cutting $7 billion between Indigenous Services Canada and Crown Indigenous Relations. They provided $0 to deal with the ongoing genocide of MMIW G2S LGBTQIA+.
Can't stop laughing.
This is callous.
I can't.
When the
This
budget
is
was
callous.
released, I was shocked to find out.
Yeah.
Again, this is bullshit. This is horseshit. First of all, I'm glad the Canadian government said, you know what? I don't think Indigenous people need $7 billion because they fucking don't. I'm sorry. Like, stop with these ridiculous categories of people. That's like me insisting that there needs to be a red-haired Italian girl fund that's short, and I deserve to be compensated for that. And there are many other red-haired short Italian girls, and we need to allocate money for them so that they can get higher shoes.
Higher shoes.
Right? I mean, I'm so tired of this shit. People are people. You allocate money for actual needs of everybody, or you don't fucking do it at all.
So
really.
I want to ask Tyler, since he's listening. I mean, is this a thing like where you're at? I mean, I don't know exactly where you're at in Canada, but I mean, he said he saw it. Is this a fucking thing? Is it a real thing? Because once Candace sent it to us, I was like, what the fuck is all of that?
Yeah, it's a lot. And again, it's not, in my opinion, this shit is not real. This is just another thing that they do to just get money, right? I can guarantee you that would be another money laundered Somalian daycare bullshit story, because that's all it is. That's why they insist on doing these like hyper small groups that don't make any sense, but you don't want to offend them because you're not really sure they exist. But if they do exist, that really sucks. And you know, it's this like whole mindfuck that people do, that they do to generate money for these bullshit causes.
And I'm glad Tyler's here, because it's easy for us to say, like, because we do it here in our own country, like, what the fuck is all this? But to hear it from him, and what he say, he goes, it is that bad.
Yeah. Oh, I believe it. And it's funny because there are times where even when I post something and I'm, you know, talking about Canada or whatever the case is, like, there are Canadians that are chiming in that are saying our healthcare sucks, this sucks, everything's expensive. Like, they're telling it the way that it is. So I don't know why there's such a disconnect there. But that video told me and everybody else all you need to know about Canada in just that acronym.
Yeah, that 10 seconds pretty much said what you need to know about Canadian politics.
That was memorable.
What did he just say in the comments? He said, my kid's school says before anything that they recognize that they're on stolen land.
Oh, right. Yeah, I believe it.
Stolen land shit.
Stolen land. First of all, like, I don't even really know the origin of Canada, but I mean, I don't know. Like,
it's amazing because it was French.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm trying to say. So I don't know.
Now all of a sudden we have indigenous. Have indigenous, and I'm not.
And somehow it's our fucking fault too.
I'm just saying.
France gave it to them because it's too fucking cold. They didn't want it because it's too fucking cold.
Oh, I'm so sick of all this shit, you guys.
It's fucking. It's crazy. Like, and once I did a little more digging after that text, like I said, I was busy, but I was like, oh God. Oh,
I laughed for days. It was like I laughed for days, and then I played it for Bill, and he was just like, "What?" He was like, "Robot glitch." I was like, "Yeah."
Before we move on to our next topic, let me give him my theory now. Since he doesn't show up sometime tonight, it's going to mess up my theory.
Oh,
but he didn't show up.
Was he not
week.
there?
So
he wasn't there last week.
If he shows up tonight, that means my theory is right, that he has a crush on you. I think
man! But I did let him know he's too short for me.
I mean,
whatever. I mean,
he said he's 5'11". You said he's 5'5".
He's 5'7" on his best day, like his best day. With the shield Timberland.
Yeah, Bosco's in the house. What's up, Bosco? All right, so let's
catch up.
I want to do this, and then
we got to go to our rallying topic, because this topic we might be fighting.
We warmed up. Now we're warmed up. Now let's ready to fight.
Let's do it.
I don't have any videos, but this week, what's his name? DeCarlos. What?
Do we pronounce the S? I have.
DeCarlos, right?
DeCarlos Brown.
DeCarlos Brown, who killed the Ukrainian young lady on the light rail in Charlotte, was ruled incompetent to stand trial. So, Candace, you go first.
Oh, I'd be delighted. Okay. So I remember when the story first broke out, we've all seen the video. It was a horrific thing. So prior to him being arrested for this, he was arrested numerous times before, one of which was for attacking his own sister, claiming that she was trying to put foreign materials into his body. And so he's been claiming this same context with all of these different, crimes that he's committed, that people are trying to put foreign materials in his body. So one of his last court dates that he had, the judge ruled that he needed to have a mental evaluation. Wonderful, great. They also decided to extend the deadline on that mental evaluation. So he had not received it at the time of which he killed Irina. Now, I believe he's not competent to stand trial. Obviously, that makes the most sense. His family had begged law enforcement and begged the judicial system, let us do something. But because they were not his official guardians, because he was above the age of 18, they could not commit him. So my issue is the fact that we're here, because yes, this sucks that we're here at this part, because now what they will do, they have one or two options, is they will send him to a mental institution to regain competency, if that is an option. If he can become competent, he'll then stand trial for the crimes that he committed. If he is found to be permanently incompetent, he will then be sent to an institution and will serve no more than what he would have been charged with if he went to trial for his crime.
It's his life.
Exactly. Now, my thing is that, again, if the judicial system would have gotten this guy the help that he needed and saw the issue in the very beginning, we wouldn't have gotten here. And I have a couple of theories on that, whereas I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to probably be mean, but I'm pretty certain that the judge in this case was a woman of color. I think she saw a man of color. And I believe that they are given leniency in these instances instead of help. This
Just
guy needed help.
He was on the street to begin with because a magistrate had let him out. So you and I are not as far off as I originally thought, because the incompetent to stand trial, here's my argument with that. Now, that's different than him being not guilty, reason, and insanity. So he was, being mentally ill and being incompetent and not knowing right from wrong are two different things, totally two different things. And that's my argument. He knew what he was doing at the moment. Now, if they're really that he doesn't, he has to be able to participate in the defense. And if he's incompetent for that, who am I to argue with that? But you're right. We shouldn't have got here to begin with. But here's my point. He knew what the fuck he was doing at the time. He killed her and then said, I killed that white girl. He knew exactly what he was doing. He knew exactly what he did. And all of a sudden he's incompetent. Well, he wasn't incompetent the 14 other times he was convicted. What was he? He wasn't incompetent then. So why is he incompetent now? Because so all of a sudden when he kills a white girl, an immigrant that nobody gives a fuck, nobody in this country but people like us care about, the people that claim they care about immigrants, or the people that claim that care about people don't give a fuck about her because it doesn't fit their narrative because she is a white girl that was killed by a black man.
You got a
so
mayor.
That's where.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. You've got a mayor from Connecticut.
No. Go ahead.
Who once, when they started to paint a mural, wanted it painted over. But yet we can have St. George Floyd statues and murals all over the place, all over the country, not even in Minneapolis, all over the fucking place. And Charlotte, I agree with Candace, where Charlotte is Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree that, to your point, I don't think you're being mean. I honestly, I'd have to go back and look at it and research it, but I agree with you that he got off on lesser shit.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have a mayor in Connecticut saying, nope, you can't put that mural up,
Mm-hmm.
where this poor girl was just trying to ride a fucking train.
I mean, here's the thing, though, you guys. In my heart of hearts, seeing like his path, his trajectory, I don't believe this was a hate crime. I believe this guy was sick in the head. And I think somebody that is sick in the head, when he's saying people are putting foreign materials in me, hey, he saw the odd person. Everybody that was sitting around him was one way. So for a mental person, it's like, all right, that's not as peculiar as somebody that looks ordinarily different. Then that's the one that's coming to get me. Like it kind of tracks. Did he admit to killing her? Yeah, because he knows that he killed her because she was putting foreign materials in his body. He would have killed his sister too.
Okay, what's his source of what's his source of mental illness? Is it from years of drug abuse that he then fried his brain?
From what the family has said, like he has schizophrenia and like schizoaffective schizophrenia. Like, and they have, like I said, they were
so he
very much
didn't
like
take his medication. There's just, you know,
he's been homeless, so he's not taking tretreatment.
He should have never been on the street.
Should have never gotten that far.
I do get that, and I'm going to blame the people that keep letting him on the streets. Those are the people who should be answering to that. But instead, you know, they want to ta-ta him.
Because I also don't want this. And this is something that we have to be careful with. Is like, I don't want to be like them where everything is a hate crime. You know what? Sometimes it's not a fucking hate crime. Sometimes it's just somebody's fucked up and they do something because they're fucked up. And I don't want to be that, oh, black guy killed a white girl. Black guy killed a white girl. Like, no, I'm not looking at this like that. Are there cases where it's like that? Yes. But I think really the issue is...
she was black? You think she was just there? If she would have been black, you think he'd have done it?
I think if she had something different about her appearance, because again, think about it. If he's thinking everybody's an alien and giving him foreign material, like I said, it was everybody around you is the same and then somebody isn't. I don't think that he killed her because she was white. I think he killed her because his brain was like, this is an alien. She's the only one that's different. She must be putting materials in my body. Like it tracks. It's mental illness.
I'm not sold it's a hate crime, but I'm also not sold that he didn't know what the fuck he was doing. I think he knew right from wrong. I think he knew what he was doing, and he did it.
I think James and I can attest to the fact that, and not discounting you, Candace. I mean, I'm sure you see it as well, but the care that we give in first responder world to mental illness, it's kind of stuck. Now, Trump wants to open up insane asylums again.
Do it.
Which
this is
This is a perfect example.
Everything got shut down by Reagan. The insane asylums got shut down by Reagan. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's correct. And it got put out to like normal fucking healthcare, to where when I have somebody who's a schizo, and I have to take them to the hospital, they're like, well, what the fuck do you want us to do with them? I'm like, I don't know. But he can't stay on the street or she can't stay on the street.
Yep.
You're healthcare professionals.
This was the issue with the family, from what I understand, is like their hands were completely tied. And they knew, like, this is their family member. They know he's sick. They know he needs to be somewhere. And they have no opportunity to do so. But there is a second thing to this, and I think this is important. And this is where a lot of the issues come in play, because we have taught people of color to fear the white man, that we are racist against them, that we are this, that, and the third. And it affects these cases in the judicial system. Because when you're teaching that you don't have the same opportunities, you're less than, you're this, you're that, you're constantly having those people on the other side, whether it be judges, whatever, having that, oh, well, you know what? They didn't have that same opportunity as a white person. So maybe they should have a lesser sentence, or maybe they should have this, that, or the third. Maybe they should be given an opportunity. And I've seen it. And it's a problem because you should be judging everybody equally, regardless of their skin color, regardless of anything. It should be based off of their priors and the crimes that they committed.
They're letting that blind them to the point to where it's a tremendous threat to public safety. And this is one of the best examples, or worst examples, depending on how you look at it. And you're 100% right on that.
And it's like, when are we going to identify this and open up and say, listen, as a judge of color, as a police officer of color, as a juror of color, you have to be fair. And you have to stop looking at that person as, oh, well, they had less of an opportunity. Oh, the white man. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Because you know what? Those are all lies that have been told. They're all lies. We all have the same opportunity in life. I have gotten nothing. I get pulled over. I get a ticket every damn fucking time. Okay. Like, there has been nothing that I have gotten.
Slow the fuck down.
Yeah.
I know.
I miss that
I'm
white privilege. I miss the white privilege train. I really did.
But it's a problem because now we're seeing it identified. And this is also where we're seeing it in the illegal immigrant situation, because it's not about upholding the law. It's about, well, you know, the white man's getting you down and you don't have as much opportunity. And so you probably can't get, you know, legal status like a white person could, and yada, yada. And this is that mentality, and it's dangerous, and it's breeding behavior like this, and it's stopping us from actually helping people who need help and keeping people incarcerated who are beyond help.
Open up the insane asylums.
Turn them up.
Y'all ready to go to my Swalwell montage of stuff?
Of course.
Yes.
I've been waiting.
I have some videos on this. Yeah.
You guys might not like my opinion on this either.
I love when we disagree. I'm all about disagreement. Let's go.
Do your
all right,
video.
let's do it. Let's see. This is the best one. Look, this is the absolute best one.
I love that already.
Trust women. They will get it right. My Republican colleagues do not trust women. You don't trust women. Do you all ever talk to women? They deserve better.
Yeah.
Trust women, my friends. Trust women.
Trust women.
They will get it right. My Republican.
Yeah. That's the absolute best one.
Damn.
Yeah. Trust women.
Trust women when you grab them by the
So give us
throat.
your take, Dennis. I'm anxious to see. I'm anxious to see what your take is that we may not agree with.
I don't trust women. I think they're bitches and pieces of shits half the time. I don't believe a lot of these allegations. I believe some of them. I believe the video, but those were with prostitutes that he bought and paid for. I don't believe the staffer. I think her account is weird. I don't know how you, as a woman, would put yourself.
So you're talking about the one that in 2019, and then she initiated a meeting with him in 2024.
The one that I'm talking about,
the one that did it twice,
3 separate times, and she got drunk all 3 times, and he apparently.
I'm with you on that.
That's bullshit to me. I don't believe all of the allegations, and I love it because it's like, yes, there are times where you shouldn't fucking trust women, but here now you got to eat it, dude. Now you got to believe them all. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I think
that he was. They definitely knew what. So the one that came up with from the 2018, the one that was the model, I think she's believable. And then if you watch the deal last night that was on one of the networks, 3 women who never did anything with him, never. They were staffers, and their deal was how he was coming on to him, how he was trying, how he was sending them pictures. The one that did go meet him and ended up going to the room, yeah, I'm with you on that. That's bullshit. A problem. Why would you do that? But there's enough of other ones.
Well, you guys don't think this is weird? How does this just come out of nowhere?
50 of them. Oh no, it didn't come out of nowhere. This has been Candace, this didn't come out of nowhere. Look at Fang Fang. This has been going on for fucking years with this guy.
This is Democrats fucking not sabotaging, but self-sabotaging their own shit. They did not want him.
Mm-hmm.
They did not want him because they knew. So
I absolutely think he is a complete and utter dirtbag.
Like I said, I think some of them are probably there's probably some truth to them, but I think the timing
hypocrite that's ever fucking been there.
That's what I mean too. Like that's like very, I don't know, to have those stances while you're like diddling around with all these women and raping them. It's like, I don't know.
Yes, Jill. Let me answer Jill's. Yes, Jill. That did
so happen. Like I have a problem with this shit. Like that doesn't make sense.
I do have a problem with that. I absolutely have a problem with that.
And so it's like, okay, if that one's completely full of shit, and I don't know why these women, like, they wait until these figures are like going into a prominent position. He's been in Congress for how fucking long, right? And it just so happens that when his numbers are tanking other Democratic nominees for governor, it's like, shit, we got to drum up something fast. We got to Kavanaugh this guy.
Well, I think they're also trying to fucking extort. I guarantee on the back end they were trying to extort him for fucking money. Like, hey, I'll keep my fucking mouth shut for a bit.
Yeah. Well, let's listen to what Jesse has to say. He broke it down better than anybody, and what he's saying is exactly right.
As a weapon to hurt Trump, and they looked the other way at all of these shenanigans until he threatened their power in California, and then kaboom, coup, nuked on the eve of the primary. First shot fired Friday in the hometown paper, San Francisco Chronicle. That hurts. It was local. And then over the weekend, you just see a domino of endorsements collapse. CNN gets the woman in spot shadow. The network, CBS, now have 3 women face out there. And then Monday, he takes himself out. They didn't even need this woman on Tuesday. You accused him of choking her, raping her, and drugging her. This was highly orchestrated, professionally organized. This was a political assassination. And I think it was only possible because the Democrat machine knew about all of this for years. And everybody in Washington's admitting they knew about it. Everybody's admitting this was all out there. Did the reporters dig? No. Did the Democrats protect the women? No, not at all. I think it all happened the way Biden went down. They covered up his brain. Then he blew himself up at the debate, became a liability, threatened all their seats, and the coup happened. Same thing here. So the Democratic machine is ruthless. They survive on blackmail, cover-ups, and coups. Now, Trump took on the Republican machine in 2016 and won. But so far, the Democrat machine remains unbeaten. And
I think he is spot the fuck on.
No, I definitely agree. And I think that's what is a shame, too, is we've been hearing Epstein, right? And then here it's like, you guys, this guy's doing all this crazy shit with people it appears that, like, there were other people that were involved, especially in that one video. It was one of his friends that is fairly well known was on the other end of that video. And so it's like, that shit is insane to me. And what I think is even crazier is that they will actually release stuff like that, forgetting how they've acted this entire year over the whole Epstein files. They will go ahead and say, all right, we know all this information. We're going to release some shit just to get this guy out, knowing that it's going to paint them as like accomplices, right? Because the Democrats look like accomplices right now.
No, there's no doubt that's what they did, but he still did do it. He still did the one where I believe the one that Jesse was talking about that came out afterwards and said that he raped her. And I really have a problem with the one that met him 3 times. I got a problem with that one, but the rest of them, I do believe them. And everybody knew, but nobody did anything. You know what? He was a useful idiot. And that's what people like that Democrat machine and these political machines do. As long as you are a useful idiot, they're going to fucking protect you. You can't hear me?
Anything you said.
Your shit got all fucked up because I could hear
me. Is it me or you?
I
think
hear
it's you. You were cutting out. Can you hear Jason?
Can't hear
or is it
now.
you?
We can hear you. All right, y'all figure it out.
I can't hear anything.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Well, that's what happens when you get those Temu fucking earphones.
Well, unplug your earphones.
All right. Well, I can't hear you guys, so just sign me in.
Can you hear us now?
At least you can hear me.
Can you hear
Should
us
I
now?
like leave and then come back?
Yeah, do that. Yeah, do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. I don't care if he had that prostitute 3 times, and then the last time she ended up flaking on him. Whether you're paying for it or not, if you're doing something that they don't want, and it's kind of a hot take with it.
Hear you guys. I don't know what happened.
No, you're still frozen. Can you still see her, Jason? She's still frozen on the other one.
She's frozen.
Oh, I was frozen?
Well, now you're.
Where'd it go?
Now we got you. Can you hear us?
Oh my God. Can I not hear you again?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Right.
Okay, you hear me? All right. I'm going to take
James,
a break. I'll be right back.
It's your fault. I knew it.
Oh, it's on James's end.
All the bald-headed people. It's always their fault.
I'm not fucking bald. I'm going gray, but I'm not bald.
Oh, fair.
We were talking. All right. He has a prostitute that he's seen 3 times. Okay.
Right.
Should it happen? I mean, that's a moral dilemma that him and his wife have to fucking deal with.
Thank you. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm going to like really out myself tonight, and I'm totally fine with that. I kind of am like, I don't really care about prostitution. If that's what they want to fucking do, that's between them and the Lord. Like, and again, his wife.
Here's the thing. She had a problem on that 3rd time. He did something that she supposedly and allegedly, or whatever term you want to use, she wasn't happy with.
And that sucks for you because I'm sure you got paid. So,
but he's got to answer. But he's got to answer for that too. Like it's not a one-way street. I don't feel it's a one-way fucking street. And the fact that like with him sitting in the one impeachment hearing and saying how big of a piece of shit Donald Trump was.
Well, that's the problem I have.
Here we are now.
That is the problem I have 100%, is that here you were, good, bad, or indifferent. You were still screwing around with women inappropriately, whether you were raping them or not. Okay. So take that off the table. Whatever type of contact you were having with these women, you were still worse than anything Donald Trump was accused of doing, because it was never proven that he did anything wrong. But this guy was out there doing all this weird shit. Okay, meeting with prostitutes, getting his buddies involved. Exactly. And it's like, and then you're on your high horse. You're saying things to Kavanaugh, you're saying things to Trump, and it's like, look at what you're doing. And your Democratic buddies are also doing the same thing, knowing that you're doing all this shady shit with all these women. Like, that's what does it for me, is like the accompliceness.
I'll never say like, because Swalwell was a piece of shit and always has been. But
listen, this couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Okay. So I'm not, I'm not going to join his defense team. Okay. But
the Democrats knew we got to get him the fuck out of there.
Exactly. And think about that. We would have never known any of this, whether it was true, whether it's false, nothing. We would have never seen that video. We would have never known anything about this if it was going their way. So like, that's the other thing that we have to think about. And that's like kind of scary. That they control that. They have, Nancy Pelosi has her little black book with everybody's goings on, and they'll release it.
they'll fucking bite your fucking head off.
Absolutely.
That's exactly what they did.
So doesn't that also make you think like how many of them take certain positions and it's like you're taking that position because they got something on you, sis. Like AOC, you're next, girl. Like something, they're gonna come out with something. There's going to be something. And it makes me kind of feel a little bad for them in a weird way, where it's like you've sold your soul to the devil and now this is you have to toe the line or they're going to publicly shame the fuck out of you.
The Democrats, they eat their own.
Haha, James, we still can't hear you.
I don't understand that.
That's so weird because I can hear both of you.
What?
You know
I can't
what?
hear him.
All right, I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna go out and come
You
back.
muted me. You did something to me.
I said it was your Temu fucking headphones.
No, man, those are limited edition Beats, okay? They were at 87% battery.
It's fucking James fucking Louisiana fucking.
I know, it's something.
James,
It's
can
my
you hear me?
Louisiana internet. I'm gonna figure it out.
That's so weird.
I'm gonna
James
come.
can hear you?
Keep on, I'm gonna come back.
Oh.
That, that's so weird that it happens that way.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Straight
it's his Temu hotspot, okay?
All right. How about that? How about now?
There you go. Ta-da.
Yep, there I'm back.
StreamYard
I'm
is
back.
a fickle bitch at times.
Yeah. All right. I got one more Swalwell video.
Ooh,
Let's
yeah.
go with this.
Women. Real men don't terrorize women. There's one group who has always known the danger of Donald Trump, and that's women. As somebody who has spent my time in Congress working to stand up for the rights of victims, sexual assault victims deserve justice.
This is the most damning part of all of this. With Swalwell, obviously, we believe that innocent until proven guilty, there's a legal process to go through. But he doesn't believe that. His words for past allegations against other people, he had a certain standard. And it's going to be very hard to escape the words that he used for others for his situation.
For Brett Kavanaugh's sake, if he is innocent, I hope tomorrow he opens his statement and says, you know what? Bring in all the victims.
It's really focus on like serious, violent, sexual. Those three. If you like throw the book at those three.
Don't wear masks in our community. You're terrorizing women. Real men don't terrorize women. There's one group who has always known the danger of Donald Trump. And
isn't that the best shit ever?
That is absolutely like I have tears. That's
to them.
hilarious.
That's Pelosi and the Schiffs and that group. That's what they did. He was a useful idiot. Now he's just an idiot, and now he's just an unemployed idiot all by himself. But I do think they may have. He's landing somewhere. They probably found some billionaire to put him on a payroll doing something, give him a job because the guy's broke. The guy has a negative net worth. He has he doesn't even live in California. That's what Stoyer.
He's about to go through a hefty divorce.
Yeah, I would think that she's wives tend to frown upon those things.
Yeah.
And,
but you know what? She's not a fucking idiot. She knows what he's been up to.
I
think he had some extracurricular activities with other women. I mean, that's obviously he's a politician. But at the end of the day, I love his words coming back to haunt him. It is my favorite thing. And I love how smug they all were. Again, trust all women, believe all women. And yet he's coming out claiming that these allegations are false. How do you say that? How do you say these allegations are false when you've been coming out for years saying trust all women, believe all women? How do you do that?
Do you see that the Bober's trying to go against?
Oh, now I can't hear Jason.
No, I don't know what the fuck. I didn't touch shit. I haven't touched shit. But anyway,
Jason, leave and come back, Jason. It's your turn. It's your turn to leave and come back.
We're all going in timeout.
I have been able to hear everybody tonight, and I'm usually the one with the technical problems.
I don't know what the hell. Oh man. That's funny. So fuck that guy. I mean, not literally. He's not enough.
He is absolute terrible. So is Jason going to come back, or he just said, fuck us?
I might snort.
All right, Jason, you can come back now, or do I have to let him back? Oh, here he goes.
How about now?
Can you hear him now?
I can't hear shit. I can only hear you. Can you?
This is the most fucked up shit ever.
Oh my God. All right, it's time to close anyway. So
I don't know why I think this is so funny.
You just won't be able to hear his closing. So you want to close? Jason, you close first because Candace. Well, he's coming back.
He just left us. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I'm answer Jill's question while Jason's come back. So Jill, the pension.
I don't think he'll get a pension.
Deal. Yeah, he get $22,000 a year, but he can't even collect that until he's like 65. So he's not the pension. They're going after his pension right now. The pension's not really an issue. They don't get this big hefty pension like a lot of people think. You have to be in Congress for many, many years to get the pension. I don't feel sorry for them because the pension they're getting is all the money they steal from us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like the Congresswoman in Florida that stole $5 million of FEMA money, they won't expel, which is just absolutely unbelievable what's going on with that right now. So no, the pension's not a huge thing. They use it kind of as a talking point and stuff, but it's not a real big, huge issue.
I just want to know how the Democrats plan to rebound from this. I mean, or are people so stupid that they're looking at this?
Rebound. They're going to win the governor's election. They're going to win the governor's election, and
of course,
in California, they're going to win now. That was what this was all about.
Right. That's exactly what this is all. But that's what bothers me is that everybody.
Do you think they're going to take a hit? Do you think they're going to take a hit nationally over this?
I don't know. It depends. That's what I mean. It depends on how it's being covered, and if people are making that connection. Like, are people smart enough to say that the Democratic Party was covering for this guy while they were aggressively attacking non-founded allegations against Donald Trump? They were actually turning a blind eye to whatever creepy shit he was doing and focusing on Donald Trump. Like, are people going to make that connection? And I honestly don't know. Look, I've said it to you before and I'll say it again. Like, midterms are a wash. Like, I'm fully ready to lose that. And like I said today, I don't give a fuck. I'm still going to have my mortgage. I'm still going to have my 3 cars and my decent life. You know what? Like, whatever.
No, you're right. You're right. In the big scheme of life, what does it really matter?
Exactly. It doesn't matter, but it's like, when is the darkness going to come to light and people are actually going to connect the dots long term? Because they don't. They look at one thing and then it was all about Epstein. This comes out and then it's like they forget that they were focused on Epstein. And nobody has made that connection of like, wait a second, these people were really focused on that, but then this was happening and they let that go on. And it just is really, it's annoying to me that people are so easily, they have the memory of dogs. Like, it just, here and gone. Every day, every minute is a new day to them. So they don't connect those dots at all.
I agree. We're going to see if Jason's just texted him. We're going to see if he's coming back. If not, I'm going to give my close. I'm going to go ahead and give my close. When he comes back, y'all give y'all's. So this is I did a show on this whole topic yesterday, and it goes into, it's about Swalwell, but it's bigger than Swalwell. This happens continuously to a lot of people, and what people don't realize is the bill may be deferred, and it may be deferred for a long time, but the bill is coming. It's going to come one day. So here's my message to the politician, the boss, the influencer, the bully, the narcissist, the manipulator, the person right now that's weaponizing power somewhere. Listen real carefully. You're not getting away with it. The only thing you're getting is time, and that's different. Time runs out.
Yep.
So my final message is this. Don't focus on Swalwell too much. Don't focus on who's getting exposed. Focus on the principle, because if you're doing the things that people like him are doing, the bill's coming for you too. You may not get it today. You may not get it tomorrow. You may not get it this year, but the bill is coming.
Mhm.
So live in a way that when your day arrives, there's nothing to do. You're already paid.
Mhm.
Be honest, be humble, and don't be Swalwell.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's pretty much So what you got?
Honestly, really the same thing. It's that they're so not humble, right? And it's always the ones that are the loudest, the ones that are, criticizing everybody, that you're right. It then comes back to, yeah, you actually have not been perfect yourself, and here's everything that you've done. And so I think that is like such a central message of liberalism in a nutshell, is they're so fast to judge people like Donald Trump and judge you and I. And they're so fast to judge any sort of conduct from Trump. But they forget that some of us know them in real life. We know their past. We know what they've done. We know what type of person they are. And for people to pretend that they're not that, or that they're somehow different in a political realm is really something that I think everybody needs to work on. That yes, you are just as fucked up. Just because you think Trump's Jesus picture is wrong, it doesn't absolve you of all the naked pictures you sent to people or whatever bullshit you've done in your life. And I just wish people actually came back to that centralized thought process. And I think it would make people not hate the opposite so much. I think that is where we've gone wrong, where we can't communicate anymore, because it's been the whole, oh, well, my values, it's about values. When it's like, bitch, like your values were like doing meth in your Honda Civic. Like that was your values.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think people forget that we know who they are. And even if we don't, they know who they are. And it's lackluster at best. So I 100% agree that I think people need to be more humble if they want to have a real conversation, if we want to start to get to a place of understanding each other. But I mean, what a fucking terrible time to be a Democrat. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah. So what the lesson to all of us should be is pay attention to the people like Swalwell, because if we just played a couple videos and he was constantly, this guy was the most smug and self-righteous women's right. And look what he was doing. So my grandpa, down south, we had a saying that my grandpa taught me when I was little. It's about when a person smells a fart. The smeller is the feller.
The
person who smelled the fart first is probably the person who farted.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. Swalwell farted. Everybody's smelling it right now.
He was all talking. So Swallow was the guy in that circle that was running around yelling, "Who farted? Who farted? Who farted?" And we all know now who farted. It was Swalwell. So I guess Jason's not coming back to us tonight. So,
Jason hates us.
Jason hates us. He's mad at us. He's mad at StreamYard for the technical problems. But that was a good show tonight. Candace, was glad to have you back.
Yes,
Jill, if you're still listening, you did great last week, and you were the only one allowed to replace Candace. So if you're not available, we're just not going to have a show.
Yeah, that's it. But Jill has my vote.
Yeah, Beth is the only other one, but she won't do it for another 2 years until she retires.
She's already been on TV. What's her problem?
Yeah. So, well, here's the thing with her when it comes to this. And it's not like she would say anything real bad, but I didn't do anything like this until I retired, because I didn't want to be able. I couldn't have got up here 3 years ago and talked about the Pope like I did. I wouldn't have done that. So that's her thing. It's not that she just, when she does get on here, she wants to be like us and just have full reign. And Jason, he doesn't have a big leash right now, but he claims it, and we're gonna see a new guy in a couple months.
We shall see.
We will. So appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Candace, it was good to have you back. And
yes, good to be back. Thank you.
All right, we
See everybody
Until
soon.
next week. Well, we'll let y'all know what day next week when we know. Until then, we are out.
Bye.